Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great. I'm going to show you how to make hand embroideries, and in this video I'm going to show you what are the materials you need to do hand embroidery. So yeah, let me go over all of them one by one. So some of the samples of the embroidery that were made are like this one. It's a little dragonfly, and then there's a flower, and then there's a bee. So I'll show you like how you can get to making these sort of embroidery artwork using your hands. So the first thing you'll need is an embroidery hoop. So what an embroidery hoop does is that it will like you can take it off. So if you put a piece of cloth in between, for example like this, like when you put a piece of cloth in between, it holds the cloth very firmly. So what happens is that you'll be able to stitch very easily using that. So that is the purpose for the embroidery hoops. And I would suggest using a smaller hoop in the beginning. So the benefit of using a smaller hoop is that you'll be able to make designs quickly, and yeah, so it's in a short duration you can make very beautiful designs. Bigger hoops will require like a lot of work, so I mean you can start with them too, but yeah, I would suggest starting with like a smaller hoop. And the second thing you'll need is a set of needles. So I mean, okay, let me show you what I mean. So there are, in a set of needles you'll get different sizes of needles. As you can see, this needle is a lot thinner compared to this needle. So the thinner needles can be used to make like very delicate sort of work, and the thicker needles will be used to make thicker work. Let me see if I can show you an example. Yeah, so if you see this dragonfly, for example, I've used the thicker thread for the outline, and I've used thinner thread for the inside details. So the thicker needles can be used to make the outlines and like the thicker lines, and the smaller, more delicate needles can be used to make the inner designs and the small delicate designs. So that is the purpose of having a variety of needles. I would suggest getting something like this. Like you won't need like 25 needles, but what you can do is you can purchase like maybe a set of 5 or 10 needles, and you can use it as your need. That's the second thing you'll need. And the next one you'll need is embroidery floss. So embroidery floss, when you look at this, this is regular regular thread that you would have seen. So it's different from embroidery floss. Let me tell you why. So the embroidery floss consists of 6 different individual threads. It comes as like the embroidery floss strand comes as a set of 6 threads. So when you see this regular thread, it's just one thread, right? So you see there's only one thread. Can you see that? Yeah. But when you go to the embroidery floss, there's like 6 different threads that forms one thread. So this is a thicker thread that can be used to make embroidery, and it is so much easier to use something like this instead of the regular thread. You can use the regular thread to make embroideries too, but it will take a lot more time to make a small design even. So it takes like maybe 5 or 6 times the same time it takes to make designs with the embroidery floss. So I would suggest getting something like this, and you can get it in a variety of colors. I'll just show you some of my samples that I have. So as you can see, there's so many colors, like even in the shades of pink there's so many shades, and yellows, and let me show you something else. So as you can see, it's available in a numerous number of colors, and you can pick it out at any local local shops, or even online. Like I bought these online on Amazon, so you can purchase it anyway from like the nearby shops to Amazon. So yeah, so that's the next thing that you'll need: embroidery floss. And next you will need fabric. Right, fabric is the thing we're going to stitch on, and I would suggest purchasing or like finding some fabric that is a thick cotton fabric. Any kind of cotton fabric would work, but the benefit of using a thick cotton fabric is that it will be easier for you to work. The thinner fabric might tear when you use the needle. So like when you use a thicker fabric, it is so much more convenient, and the designs also will stay very nicely on the fabric. So I would suggest using any kind of thick cotton fabric. And then finally you'll need like cutting material. Like this I use to cut the fabric itself, because since it's a thick fabric I use big fabric scissors. And this one you can use to cut the thread, the floss you can use to cut. This one is like a thread cutter, but the thing is, since it's very sharp, I would suggest you using just a scissor, like a pair of scissors instead of the thread cutter, since it's very sharp. Okay. Yeah, so that's basically all you need, and there's like a pencil to outline your designs. So yeah, so these are the main things you will need in order to make an embroidery, hand embroidery. So I hope you watch the further videos so that you'll know exactly how to start from step 1 and go on to making beautiful designs like these. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you're ready with all of the things for the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.